Welcome back to Day One Voiceover. My name's Robert Vienna, and this channel is documenting my journey into a new career into the voiceover business. If you happen to catch my last video, I attempted to record a few samples of some very popular forms of voiceover, just to see what it sounded like and get your opinion on what might sound best for my voice. Now, there are a couple of harsh realizations from that. You guys left some great comments, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for staying engaged. Everyone was very great and respectful and very helpful with the comments, so thank you very much. But it was a strong realization that I'm still not very ready for this, and I have a long way to go. And quite honestly, I've spent the last few days a bit discouraged because after reviewing what I did record and listening to it and being honest with myself, you guys' comments are absolutely right. A lot of it was very flat. Some of it needed a lot of work. And yeah, the narration part probably is what sounded the best. And I'm actually going to stick with that as well for this video, and I'll explain in a moment. But it did hit me pretty hard just how far I still need to go. And it led me to thinking that it's time that I finally get a real coach. A one-on-one coach, or perhaps group coaching, which I hear a lot of great feedback on, and really get that part of the career rolling. See, a lot of what I've done is just self-practice, self-coaching, self-directing, learning what I can off of YouTube, and I've learned a ton. I've come a lot farther than I thought I would on my own. So I figured it's time to get some genuine coaching, some professional guidance, some professional help, just to see what my true potential really is. Am I really cut out for this, or am I just fooling myself? It's really easy to think that way when you start hearing back some of your untrained samples. So I want to make sure I get some proper coaching to see where I truly stand with this. So I've been doing some digging around. There are a lot of voiceover professionals on YouTube, long-time voiceover actors that offer guidance and offer coaching, one-on-one and group coaching, and they have all these great programs. And it's cool, but at the same time, you'll hear those same voiceover actors that offer this coaching to be wary of other coaches as well. And so it becomes this thing about who do you trust and how do you make a decision. So for anyone out there that's watching this, if you have any recommendations on maybe specific coaching or some ideas on what type of coaching I should take, I'm all ears. I would really love to hear that. But in kind of doing my own research, I did come across a podcast on Spotify, VO Gurus. And there was a voice actor that was on there as a special guest, whose name I'd heard before in other channels and other podcasts. And turns out this voice actor is a local. So I got really excited about that, and I reached out. And one of the things I hear a lot about this industry is how helpful everyone can be in this business. And that is absolutely what happened in this case. I got a lot of great guidance. I got some great website recommendations, and I got it within moments of sending my email, which was really, really great to hear. So these are some of the examples. I got 3 different websites, 3 different coaches for who I can reach out to, and they're for different reasons. And I was given these samples as very specific to my voice and my tone and my personality. So I'm going to reach out and see which one of these makes the most sense for me to get started. But it's time. And from what I hear, it might actually be a little early for coaching. I hear a lot of people get pretty far into this before they actually do their coaching. But at the same time, I also hear that they wish they would have done it sooner. So I'm just going to jump in. And another layer to the discouragement that I've had is that it's been more difficult to find time to practice and to put these videos together and to be in the booth. If you recall from my very first video on my channel, I basically jumped into this because I found an opportunity having been unemployed for a while. This is something that I've thought of my whole life but never really took any steps. And now that I found myself unemployed, I figured it's a great time to get something going. The problem is I can only stay unemployed and do this for so long. And I've been in a job search really strongly here recently, doing interviews, applying to a ton of jobs. And it's getting to the point where that's taking up a big part of my day as well. And just looking forward to when I actually do get back into the workforce, I don't know where I'm going to find the time. Having a toddler at home, having a full-time job, I'm basically going to have to do what I've heard some of the other VO artists do, that they don't get into the booth and practice and send their auditions till 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and they work through the night sometimes. I don't know how the voice makes it through that, like physically, but you have to do what you have to do. So that's something that has me a little worried and a little discouraged as well. But I have to push past that. Just like I have to push past the embarrassment of some of these samples that I've put on video already. And I'm going to do a follow-up today because I said that it might be a series, and I want to put some more stuff out there to see what you think about it. So I think the majority of the feedback that I got on my last video was that narration was probably what best suited my voice. So I'm going to include that into this video as well and see if it still stands out amongst the other samples. But I'm going to attempt a medical read. I'm going to attempt another narration. This time I'm going to do like a nature documentary kind of thing. I'm going to do a murder mystery type read, and also a comedy type read, kind of a character type read, which is way beyond my comfort zone, but we'll see where it goes. If you watch the video I did a while back on making character voices, I'm going to bring this guy back, Brock Rogers, and see if I can do a little segment with him. But unlike last time, I'm not going to take you guys into the booth and show you the recording process. I figured once is enough for that. But if you watch this whole video and you feel that you miss that part of it, let me know. I'll include it in my next video. But I have some recordings that I'm going to go and do after I record this, and I'm going to play them here for you back to back like I did last time. And all I'm looking is for a little feedback to see what you guys think of it. Let me know what suits me. Does it sound better than last time? Does it sound worse than last time? But in any case, here are the samples.
Dolphins are among the most intelligent creatures in the ocean. Using complex communication, they navigate their world with echolocation, a biological sonar that allows them to see underwater. Dolphins also display remarkable problem-solving skills, working together to hunt and even play games. Their large, complex brains are comparable to humans, making them social, emotional, and capable of learning through observation. Truly, dolphins are the masterminds of the sea. A young woman is found dead in a small coastal town, her past shrouded in mystery. Detective Alex Hunt quickly discovers that everyone in the town has something to hide. An affair, a grudge, a secret past. As more bodies turn up, Alex realizes these murders are connected by a decades-old crime that someone is desperate to keep buried. With each twist, the truth becomes harder to uncover, and the killer is always one step ahead, waiting to strike. The muscles supporting the human back can be divided into three main groups: superficial, intermediate, and deep. The superficial muscles, like the latissimus dorsi and trapezius, control shoulder and arm movement. The intermediate muscles, such as the serratus posterior, assist with breathing. The deep muscles, including the erector spinae and multifidus, stabilize the spine and support posture, allowing for bending, twisting, and lifting.
Thank you for tuning in to WIN News at 6. I'm Brock Rogers. In local news, a dog named Max has officially been elected mayor of his neighborhood by his fellow dog park members. Max, an Australian shepherd with a reputation for stealing tennis balls, won in a landslide, beating out his main competitor, a very persuasive Labrador named Bella. His campaign promises included longer walks, more treats, and, of course, belly rubs for all. No word yet on his policies for squirrels, but sources say he's ready to chase down the issue.
So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Brock Rogers is fun to do, even if I have no idea whether it's done well or not. But tell me what your thoughts are. Some of that stuff definitely feels more comfortable than the rest. I would love to be good enough to do fun voices like Brock Rogers as well as a career. But at the same time, some of the other stuff is really just fun and comfortable. I really enjoy the murder mystery stuff. It just seems to come out naturally to me. The problem is, if I do get into murder mystery novels and reading audiobooks, that's going to be a challenge for me because I've never been much of a reader. And from what I understand, audiobooks is kind of the marathon voiceover work. And as it is, I feel like I struggle in the booth. If I'm going through some lines and recording some stuff, and then I just simply have to go answer the door or something like that, and then come back into the booth, whatever I record after that seems to be completely different from what I initially recorded. So again, I'm hoping that Work Coaching can come in and help me out. But in any case, thank you very much for sticking around to the end. As always, like and subscribe. I really appreciate that you guys do that, especially the comments. And we'll see if this goes into a third video or if I've embarrassed myself enough. But that'll depend on your feedback. But thanks again as always, and we'll talk soon.